Well, welcome everybody. This is our first podcast, so thank you guys for watching. We have a little bit of an announcement. You may have followed this channel when it was just me doing really dumb, boring PC gaming.
Gross.
What is that?
Gross.
And Jechmate. What is it? What does that even mean?
Yeah.
So today
Who
I have
wants a wife? Justin.
Instead of a wife, I now have a friend.
Yeah, we're just friends. Just friends, guys.
Don't worry, I still have a wife. And our channel now is named. Do you want to say it? You want to give the official announcement?
I'm doing this very lightly,
Okay, all right.
so I don't cut it.
I spiked already.
Oh, jeez. Anyway, WalkThePlank Gaming.
All right.
Very exciting. I'm excited to be
Yes.
here. My name's Zack Shoot. I've done a little bit of YouTube stuff in my past. This will be my first time really doing a weekly commitment of a gaming YouTube channel. I'm excited to do some reviews, some Twitch streaming, all over the place. I'm excited to be part of the channel.
Yeah. So, because this is our first video, and we're gonna get into another topic later, but let's just talk maybe about what this channel is gonna be about. And for me, recently, I'm just posted a video, or I'm going to in the future, but this is going to come out after that, of talking about converting to the Nintendo Switch. And I am a believer of the Switch. So we are shifting away from PC gaming, and we're going to focus down on the great Nintendo.
Oh, yes. I've been a Nintendo supporter pretty much all my life, and Nintendo has been a key part of my life since my very first console even.
Oof.
And so I'm excited to have a channel that is purely in the Nintendo realm as well.
Yeah, I can't say I'm that old of a believer. But, as I said in my last video, the Switch, it just fits me, man. It fits my gaming needs because I can take it anywhere and I don't have to be forced into a room alone, sad and crying while trying to rank up in League of Legends.
Oh, yeah. Disgusting.
So, yeah, you will see more from us. This is just the first of many podcasts. We're also going to be doing reviews, gaming lists, as I've done before. Maybe some weird other random videos that we don't necessarily have all mapped out yet, but it should be great. I'm looking forward to it and excited to partner with you in this next YouTube gaming adventure, and I'm glad I don't have to be alone in it anymore.
For sure. And so going into that kind of Nintendo realm, like I already said.
Yeah, you want to just jump into the topic?
Yeah, let's go for now. Our topic right now, we're going to talk about kind of our gaming lineage throughout our lives. What have we used for our gaming consoles? What are our favorite games we've played over the years?
Yep.
And mine has been mostly Nintendo the whole way through.
Wow. You're special.
Yeah, I'm very special. The only console I didn't own during like its release from the Game Boy Advance on was the GameCube. Never had a GameCube. But I even had like the DS Lite, the DSi, the DSi XL,
Wow.
3D. Like I did the
See,
whole
I make up for you though, because I did own the GameCube. That was like
That's
the
right.
one
That's
Nintendo
right.
thing I had.
Yep.
So together,
Yep.
actually, I guess I had a Game Boy as well, but that's besides the point.
Did you have like the original
Game Boy Color?
Oh,
so
okay.
Not the original.
That's like Pokemon Red and Blue.
I think that was the second Game Boy, wasn't it?
Yeah, because there's the original
Game Boy Color, then Game Boy Advance. I want to say that's right. I don't know for sure.
I technically had the Game Boy Advance SP, which had the backlight built in, so you didn't have to have a lamp.
Dude, those were the great old days where you had to attach a lamp to your Game Boy, have it over the top.
Gross.
So that you can keep playing on the car ride.
They had a name for it, didn't they? That little thing that like went inside, so it was like.
I'm not gonna remember what it's called, but those are the good old days, if you can call it that. I don't know. Anyways, though, so that's kind of where we're going with this podcast, just so you guys can get to know us. You don't know Zach, and some of you who are new to this channel don't know me either. So hopefully this will get you guys an idea of who we are, but through a fun way of talking about our video game history. So, do you just want to talk about your first console, when you got it?
Yeah.
What was that like?
Yeah, I've already
I actually don't know.
But,
I guess, well, you already said a little bit. But.
The Game Boy Advance SP, I believe I was 3 years old.
3.
Crazy. I think I got it on Easter morning because I was.
Wow, I can't believe you remember that. 3.
I don't know why. I was going to Disneyland. We were going to Disneyland in like a week or two, and we were gonna drive there. And so my mom was thinking, what's something I can get for Zach to shut up this whole car ride? And the Game Boy. Oh yeah, and the Game Boy Advance was the key to that. Yes. And so I got one, and I got Super Mario Bros. 3. So my first game.
I think I had that one as well.
On the Game Boy.
It's either 3 or 4. I can't remember.
I think 4? They called it Super Mario Advanced 4.
Okay.
Super Mario Bros. 3.
I think I had Super Mario Bros. 3 then.
Okay, yeah, it's the raccoon one, right? Like the Tanuki suit and all that. I actually just played through it. I beat it yesterday because on Nintendo Switch, if you pay for the premium price, you get like all those.
You pay to have friends online.
Yeah, $20 a year.
And download an app to talk to them.
Yep. Oh man. Oh gosh. Anyway, you can get the Nintendo Entertainment System app.
Yeah.
That gives you like those 20 games. Yeah. And so I played through all Super Mario Bros. 3 this last week. First time I've actually
was
ever
very
beat
nostalgic then?
Oh, it was super nostalgic. But I probably play through it like once a year.
Okay.
But this is the first time I've actually gone through and like World 1 through World 8. I didn't use like the magic whistle.
Didn't cheat?
No, nothing. Oh, I did cheat. Cheat because I used suspend points. So I'm the worst. But yeah, so
you're playing Super Mario Bros. At 3.
Yeah. Yeah, I was.
I can't imagine that going well.
No, I remember.
Did you get through even World 2?
I don't remember getting through level 1. But what I do remember is I might have been 4, but I know that I was just getting past 3. It was like that 3 to 4 stage.
Fair enough.
And I remember at 5 really getting into it, and my dad actually really got into it as well, and he bought his own Game Boy, and we played Mario Pinball Land all day every day, and that's really the only game I have a clear memory of is Super Mario Bros. 3. I think I had Super Mario World on it too, but those were really the only two were those side-scrolling classic Mario games. Which are what I'm still the huge fan of today.
Addicted to, man. Mm-hmm. Dang. So 3 to like, how long were you playing that? A couple of years?
I played it until I got my DS. Okay. And I was probably 6 when I got my DS.
Gotcha.
Which was, my first game was New Super Mario Bros. So
I actually have you beat slightly in age, which is surprising. To be fair, though, it's not technically fair because what happened is my dad got a Sega Genesis. That was our first console.
Whoa, okay.
At least when I was born. And my cousin would come over, and he's much older than me. He was probably 16, 17 at the time. And he would be playing the Sega, and I would just hold the controller, and they would give me the second controller, thinking that I was playing, and I was super cool.
Yep.
That I was like, yeah, man, I'm actually doing so good. No idea that my controller wasn't even connected to the Sega at all. I loved it, man.
I was never the kid that had that happen to me. I was always the one doing it to my younger brother.
There you go.
So
eventually, though, I did get old enough to play on the Sega. We had this for many years when I was a kid. For those that are growing up in the 90s, you might know some of the games, but I'm curious if you've even ever heard of these games. Big ones were Battletoads.
Mm-hmm.
You have? Mm-hmm. Okay. Battletoads, kind of a side-scroller fighting game. Toe Jam and Earl. That was the big one. So I actually streamed this last year on Steam. Steam, you can download some old Sega games, and it was like a couple bucks, so I went for it. And I streamed it, and people were like, what the heck is this? Because it's the weirdest, like, I mean, they must have been on some psychedelic drugs as they're making this game. It's just like these two aliens. You're walking around different worlds with the craziest characters. It's all about these aliens who are super into funk. So there's just like funk music going on through the whole thing. You're trying to find your rocket ship that's exploded all over the world.
Uh-huh.
And it is just the most ridiculous game
Toe Jam
probably I've ever played. Yeah.
I've never heard of that.
You should go look it up for those of you guys that are watching the podcast and you've never heard of this. I would say watch my last stream of it, but it probably wasn't very good.
Maybe I need to stream it next.
There was a rumor that they were gonna make a new version of it, but
There's a new
I think it was
Battletoads,
just
right?
Steam. I don't know.
I heard there's a new Battletoads for Xbox One
It's
coming out.
possible.
Because I think it's Rare that makes it, which is Banjo-Kazooie.
Oh,
Gang.
I actually didn't know that.
I'm not positive on that,
I
but
don't know. But that was my first
crazy.
first console. Old cartridges, you gotta blow them out, put them
mhm.
in, you know. All the great things about the Sega.
I
I
don't
never had a Nintendo until later
Jeez,
on.
dude.
But
I don't know if I've ever played a Genesis, like ever.
probably not.
Because if I was alive in that era, I would have like actively just like been so against Sega because I'm Nintendo dude, Nintendo boy
Hey,
for
it
life.
birthed some good stuff. I mean,
Oh, it did.
Sonic, the whole Sonic's still going. You know?
I'm still not a huge fan of Sonic,
Oh, okay, that's
but
fair.
you know, I mean, it's dying anyway. But
So for me, actually, I think I want to say I played the Sega all the way up until I was like probably 8.
okay,
I had one other quick console in between that, which
Mm-hmm.
was actually PC gaming, which is
whoa, really?
a little bit
Oh.
rare for probably the 90s.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know if you've ever heard of the game EverQuest.
Mm-hmm.
So if you don't know, for those listening onto the podcast, it's essentially one of the first World of Warcrafts, like the original.
Yes, yeah.
It's this MMO RPG. And if you've never played it, just imagine I was playing Warcraft. World of Warcraft while I was age 5. I think my dad started me on it.
Uh-huh.
Just one really quick story because this is great. My dad loves to bring this up. So he sat me down at the computer, taught me what to do. You have to equip your guy, go kill monsters that are lower level than you so you can take their stuff, go sell it. And he said, if you ever get in trouble, run to the guards, because what the guards would do is they would kill whatever you were fighting that you were in danger with. You wouldn't get to loot it, but
Right.
they would at least protect you from dying. And this was back when I don't think they had any PvE servers, so it was all player versus player.
Okay. Oh.
So you could kill
What?
anyone, even your own race. So I was the barbarian race. He sat me down. He's like, "Go kill animals. Go kill like the lower levels," and then left for work and let me play. And at age 5, I was doing well. I was building up my character, got some new weapons, and then I saw some animals that were lower level than me. But the problem was that they weren't animals; they were actually barbarians. So my fellow race. And since I was like, "Oh, they're lower level than me, I should kill them and take their stuff." So I kept killing them and taking their stuff and looting all their weapons, all their armor. And my dad gets back home and starts reading the chat because you could do kind of like an all chat. And there's people that are swearing me out. At 5 years old, I couldn't read, obviously. And they're all swearing me out like, my name is Uker. And they're like, Uker, we're going to kill him. Like, we're going to find you. We're going to like come in real life and murder your family. Just the most ridiculous stuff. And so my mom was trying to like talk back because she could read it and I couldn't. And so she was like, sorry, he's 5. He doesn't know what they're doing. And of course, they didn't buy that. So they just got even more upset. And man, as a 5-year-old, man, I was a troll video gamer. 5 years old.
5 years old.
So that was my second console, was jumping onto the PC.
I can't even imagine playing a online game at 5 years old.
Yeah, I don't know what my dad was
That is
thinking.
insane.
We actually grew up playing the game together, though. We both had 2 separate accounts. I think you had to even pay like $50 a month per account back then.
Holy
so that we could play together. Yeah, we had 2 different PCs, and
my gosh.
yeah, it was crazy.
Yeah, I've heard about EverQuest, and that I think that's probably why it was $50 a month. It was like, this is the big thing.
Back then, that was the only thing.
And then World of Warcraft jumps in. It's like, we can cut that price in half.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
man.
So what about you? What was your second? What did you go to next after that?
I had kind of that
Game Boy.
in-between phase with the Nintendo 64. I think my grandpa had it, and I just would go over and I'd play pretty much just Mario Kart, and I had Donkey Kong 64, but I didn't have the expansion for it. And so
Was the expansion pretty big?
no, the what you had to get like the expansion that would go
into the controller. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I know what
And
you're talking about.
we didn't have that, and so I would always, every time I'd go over, I'd try putting in Donkey Kong 64 and wonder if it would work that time, and it would never work. So I've never played Donkey
Poor
Kong
child.
64
Oh, man.
in my life. But I have it. I think I still have it technically, but I don't have the expansion.
Oh, I'm sure the expansion would be like $100 in itself nowadays.
I don't know because I think that expansion worked for a couple different games, so I don't think it's
so
that
it's not
hard
uncommon.
Yeah, but most of I was probably 4 or 5 when we got a PS2 in the house. So this was about when I was starting to get into the Nintendo DS stage.
Right.
But my first on-screen game was SpongeBob Battle for Bikini Bottom on PlayStation 2. Oh, I swear. And I love that game.
Yes.
And I still go back and I play it every once in a while. And I think this game is amazing.
Is it just like an adventure game? I can't.
Yeah,
I don't know
it's
if I
kind of
actually
like
played it. I think I've seen it, but
it's kind of like just any Mario 6 like platformer kind of game, but it's really fun. And actually, the last couple of years, a whole speed running group
of SpongeBob
has started playing. Yeah, Battle for Bikini Bottom, and like Atlantis for Square Pantis or whatever.
Oh boy!
And the SpongeBob movie game. All of these THQ SpongeBob games were awesome.
Wow.
And they're coming back, and people are calling for a remaster of SpongeBob Battle for Bikini Bottom for PlayStation 4. And THQ, I guess, just got bought out by well, they shut down for a while. And then this company in, I think, Switzerland bought them out and is actually considering making a remaster.
I'm surprised that the SpongeBob game is so popular, because I think I had a Game Boy Game Boy Advance version. I don't know if it's the same style. But
no, they're trash.
Okay.
Those Game Boy.
Yeah, I wasn't really impressed with that.
No, I think I had Battle for Bikini Bottom on SpongeBob or on Game Boy as well.
So the PlayStation version was different.
Totally different. Okay. Yeah, we should do a stream of it sometime.
Oh, boy.
It's so much fun.
You still have it?
I think so. Wow. I think I just bought it on eBay a couple months ago, actually, because I got it for like $2.
Right.
But it's so much fun.
Oh boy.
So that was most of my PS2 was spent on that game. Really nothing else. I had a couple other games. I think I had Land Before Time. But
based off of the dinosaur movie?
Yeah.
They had a game? Oh my god.
And I don't remember hardly any of it. I remember a really frustrating Teletubbies game.
Okay.
Well,
how about I tell the actual good games of the PlayStation? Because
all right, jerk. You don't think Teletubbies is the best game ever made?
To be fair, I guess I don't know.
Yeah, you haven't played it.
But growing up, I had PS1, PS2. That was kind of our main station. So we didn't get into the whole N64 and until the GameCube, but PlayStation 1, of course, great games like Crash Bandicoot.
Yep.
You know, Spyro not as much. I played a little bit, but actually for a while, the longest time I didn't have it. I just had the demo. So
yeah,
I could only play the demo disc back when demos were on.
Wasn't that a Pizza Hut demo disc?
Yeah, something like that. It's some weird promotional shindig. I don't know.
So fun.
Twisted Metal. I don't know if you ever heard of Twisted Metal.
Yeah.
It's a car game, but it's not a racing game. You kind of drive around trying to shoot each other up with your machine gun or your rockets or whatever you pick up. So kind of like if you're playing battle mode on Mario Kart, but like with real cars and actual intense, not like Mario characters.
Right.
And I want to say that's probably one of the first games of its kind. I'm sure it's not, but it was really well done, at least on the PS1. PS2 version kind of sucked. And then The Legend of the Dragoon, man. It was like, I don't know if it was out before Final Fantasy, but it's pretty much a Final Fantasy game. Came out 4 discs.
What?
On PS1, yep. We had 4 different discs, so once you beat the first disc, you have to like...
Oh my
gosh. Please pause the game and enter disc 2.
What?
And I think the game... back then it took me like 80 hours to beat. It was like intense. So that was my first experience with a major RPG style game, and that was probably the one I played the most. Obviously, if it took me 80 hours to get through it. PS2 though, I played Madden with my dad all the time. Ratchet and Clank.
Yep.
You play Ratchet and Clank?
Just on PS3.
Okay. Yeah, I used to play with my best friend all the time. We would sit at each other's houses and pass the controller back and forth, because there was only, I think there was one version that was 2-player, but the rest of them were all 1-player. But that actually really made me fall in love with cutscenes that were actually funny. 'Cause
Yeah.
usually I would always just skip through all the cutscenes.
Uh-huh.
I'm not a huge cutscene guy. I'm not a huge story guy. But that actually drew me in just because the humor when I was, 11 years old.
Yep.
Probably way funnier back then than it would be now. Also fell in love with the mechanics of the game, the fact that you could upgrade your weapons and play through it more than once. I think that was the first game that really pushed me to play it more than one time. And then, of course, Final Fantasy, the actual RPG that people know instead of Legend of the Dragoon.
What would that be? Final Fantasy X on the PS2?
I can't
PS1?
remember. 7, 8?
Was
I don't know. I'm sure there's a few versions on the
Yeah.
PlayStation. I'm not going to remember at all what one I
But
played.
do you remember if you played it on the PS1 or PS2?
PS2.
Okay.
I never.
Huh.
It might have come out on the PS1. I'm sure it started there, but
Okay.
I never was able to get my hands on it.
Gotcha.
And then I don't know if anyone would remember Jack and Dexter. And there's also this really weird game called what was it? Tack and the Power of Juju.
Yeah. And they made a Nickelodeon show.
So
out of it.
weird. It had some really funky games on that PlayStation 2
I totally forgot
that
about
were
Jack and
really
Dexter.
big. Yeah.
I played all three of them.
Did you?
Yeah, they're
Okay,
awesome.
so you experienced some good
Yeah,
games. On the
I
PlayStation.
did.
All right.
Just a little bit.
Very
Yeah, Battle for Bikini Bottom was a lot like the Jack and Daxter original one. A lot of fun. Oh man.
I don't know. There might be some people that are mad that you're comparing the two so,
I don't think so.
closely.
I don't think so. I think if you played Battle for Bikini Bottom,
All right,
you know
that's
what I'm
fair.
talking
All right,
about.
I'll play, and then I can try to dig into my deep memory of Jack and Dexter and compare if they're similar.
They have the Jack and Daxter trilogy remastered on PS3 too.
Do they really?
It's only like $20. I gotta get it. So my next thing after PS2, I think technically was the Wii, and I think everybody had a Wii.
And how old were you when you got the Wii?
Probably 8. So
You're
this is
that young? Okay.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. So I'm 18.
I think the Wii came out when I was middle school. I want to say,
Oh, okay.
which makes sense. I'm 6 years older
Yeah.
than you, so
I'm 18. So
it probably came out when I was 12 or 13.
Okay. Yeah, probably.
Maybe I can't remember.
I think that's right because I think it came out in 06.
Okay,
And then I got in 08.
gotcha.
I was 8, but so every last digit of the year is how old I am. So 2008,
Right.
I'm 8. So I
How
got
convenient for you.
yeah, so great.
No math required.
But the Wii really is what brought me into more of a I care about being good at games
The
kind
Wii
of time.
did? That's funny because I never experienced that on the Wii.
The only
The
reason
Wii
I
seemed
did,
to me to more like, oh, we can all play as a family and be nice and friendly.
oh yeah, for
So
sure.
what game pushed you towards that? I'm
Mario
curious.
Kart, Mario Kart
Okay.
Wii.
I guess that makes sense.
I was the one who my friends would call me up and be like, I haven't unlocked Bowser Jr. yet. You have to come over. You have to help me out. And because you had to get 1 star or more on each of the 100cc tracks.
And
or
they
like cups.
couldn't do it.
They couldn't do it. No, they sucked at it. And so I'd be the one, like, I had friends
You're
who
the
were...
hero.
Oh,
You're the Mario
totally
Kart
was.
savior.
I had every character unlocked, and when people would come over to my house, they'd be like, "What in the world? How'd you do this?" And I'd have, I had like meetings arranged. Like all my friends wanted play dates with me, so they could get. I remember going over to my coach's. I played soccer once. Isn't that crazy?
Whoa.
Yeah, my coaches.
That actually does surprise me, honestly.
Yeah, it's crazy. I hated it, but my coach's kids found out about my Mario Kart, how great I was at it, and so they arranged for my parents to come over for a barbecue, and I just sat inside the whole time, and I don't even think they were in the room with me. I think I was just alone in their bedroom playing and grinding through Mario Kart, and I probably spent 6 hours just unlocking every character for them. And so I was great at Mario Kart, and that still lives on today. So
It does.
Yep,
You are known for that.
Indeed.
Do you play online Mario Kart now?
Yeah, I was Twitch streaming last night, Mario Kart Online.
Sweet. All right.
Yep.
So we can expect future live streams of that.
For sure. I'm a pro.
Rank 1.
Uh,
So I don't know if you know this, but in League of Legends, everyone does Journey to rank 1 or Journey to Diamond.
oh yeah.
Which is
what-
so overdone now, which is why I'm kind of making fun of it.
It's like your points. It's based on a point system online on Mario
Yeah.
Kart. So I think I have 5,000 points, which isn't that much. You like start with 1,000.
Journey to 10,000 points.
Yeah, there we go. Oh, I'll
you
start
just make
doing
this
that.
long struggle series. Get to like episode 100. And,
Yep.
Yeah.
Sounds fun to me. You had a Wii, right?
No, I actually never had a Wii. So I had a GameCube. That was my next one. And I want to say, I don't remember when the GameCube came out, but I know I didn't get it right away. So it probably would have been in my middle school years that I finally got that GameCube. Because most of my gaming, my dad was really into it. He was the one that would buy the systems.
Right.
You know, he was really all about the PlayStation, and Madden was his big game. We would play together. So GameCube and Nintendo stuff wasn't really his thing. And so I think I asked for it for Christmas or something. So it was kind of my first system that was just for me, essentially. I can't say I played probably a ton of the big games. You know, I had Super Smash Bros., so that was one. And I wasn't like this insane Smash player that wanted to be super competitive or play it all the time. You know, I enjoyed it and tried doing a lot of characters and hung out with friends, but it wasn't like this big obsessive deal like it was for a lot of people. And the game I probably played the most was Sonic, and I don't remember exactly which version. I should have probably looked it up, but it was kind of more of a... It was the version where it was 3D, so it wasn't like this 2D platformer.
Gotcha.
It was 3D, and you would go through the worlds, and then you'd collect stuff to raise up. I don't even remember what they're called, like these little animal guys. I don't remember what they're called, which is pretty bad because I played it a lot.
I feel like I know what you're talking about.
Like you could do races with them. Like there's like these little pet guys. It was just so strange. I don't know why I was actually obsessed with it, because if I probably went back to it, it'd probably be like, wow, this is really dumb.
Are they the Puffles? Puffles from Club Penguin?
They kind of look like little Teletubbies, if I remember right. Not really, but imagine that. And you would race them and build stats by like what you collected in the levels, and then I think they could box each other, fight each other somehow, and you wouldn't have any control over it. It's like you'd build their stats, and then you just watch them compete. I don't even know why I enjoyed that, but that was a good game. And then Super Monkey Balls.
Of course.
Super Monkey Balls, man. If there's any game that prepared me for the most triggering games today, like Dark Souls and other games like that are meant to make you frustrated, Super Monkey Balls.
Oh, dude.
I don't know. I think it was just... I'm kind of an achievement-based gamer where like I feel like I need to beat the levels and not as much. I don't care about like the story or the social aspect of it as much, at least especially back then. So Super Monkey Balls, man, I just felt like I have to keep playing it. Even when I was frustrated and didn't like it, I was like, nope, gotta keep going. Gotta beat the hardest timed attacks. And man, that thing can just drive you crazy. But it did, actually, to be fair, it did have good multiplayer with friends. With like, they had pool and boxing, just different little mini games as well. So
they're fun. That
was kind of my major GameCube days as a middle schooler.
Gotcha. My middle school console was the Xbox 360. Broke away.
Ooh, wow, what an elitist.
I know. I think I had the Xbox 360 Elite, actually. So, nice work. This is breaking away from the Wii. Like, I think I was 12, and I'm like, Mom, I'm too old for the Wii anymore. I was probably like 10, because I think it was like 5th grade. And so my mom got me a Xbox 360 with the Kinect for
because
Christmas.
you were too old for the Wii.
Yeah,
it was too kiddish at that point.
I was just like, I don't like Mario anymore. I want to play the big boy consoles.
The big boy.
But little did I know, my mom wouldn't allow me to buy mature rated games.
So you were stuck with SpongeBob, Bikini Bottom again.
Right. No, I was stuck with Call of Duty 3, which was rated T.
It was rated T.
It was rated T.
Was it?
Call of Duty 4.
3. Okay.
Yeah, 3. Call of Duty 4, Modern Warfare goes to M. And so me and my one friend, who wasn't allowed to play M-rated games either, we both played Call of Duty 3 like every single day. And then one day, I don't know how I did it, but I convinced my mom. I think I actually sent a letter to our pastor.
No.
I swear.
No, you did not.
I did this. I don't know if this is what convinced my mom though.
No.
Because I sent a letter in to our pastor, and he sends a letter back that talks about like this isn't really something that is a theological issue. You have to really discuss this with your mom, come to the agreement on your own.
Okay, all right.
And that...
in case you guys didn't know, Zach and I actually work together at our church, and that's our job. That's a little side bit. If you're wondering where all this is coming from, that's kind of our history and current reality as well.
Right. And so our boss, right, is who I was sending the letter to at like 10 years old.
That's really funny.
And so that I don't remember if that's what convinced my mom exactly, but I got her to let me get Black Ops. Wow. And so that was my big...
Oh, so you skipped...
the Black Ops...
4 and World War...
No,
Call of Duty World War.
4, well, yeah, World at War.
And then Black Ops.
And there was Modern Warfare 1 or Modern Warfare 2
and then Black Ops.
And then Black Ops. Yeah. So I played Black Ops, I played Modern Warfare 3, and I played Black Ops 2. And then after Black Ops 2 came out, that was when the Wii U was coming out.
So how did you get so into Call of Duty, or what made you like it back then? Because right now it doesn't seem like you really care about shooters or Call of Duty or that style anymore.
I still play Call of Duty.
Do you?
I bought Black Ops 4.
Okay, I didn't know that.
And so I still am a big fan of just the fast-paced shooting game. I play a little bit of Overwatch too.
Okay.
But that's really all I can get into, and even then, I'm not near as into that as I am into my Switch.
Right. But back then, you were a lot more into that.
And that was mostly because I had so many friends that were playing it.
Right.
And so that was the friend group
everyone was playing it.
Exactly.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And so it was a lot of fun for me to just be able to connect with my friends through that. It was the same thing as League of Legends.
Yeah.
I don't really have any interest in League of Legends anymore, but the reason I was into it at that one point was just because all my friends were playing. Yeah. Totally. So that's pretty much it.
And it was the same for me, even though I want to say I was in high school when I got the PS3. I think it would have been freshman year even. My dad got it for Christmas for us. And Call of Duty, of course, big game. I didn't get to 3, but I started on 4, which is probably why I got so hooked into it, because 4 was the big cool, like, whoa, this is a game changer, like so new, so different. And me, my best friend, we would play online probably every single day. That was probably people make fun of me now when I live stream shooters, because now I'm pretty atrocious, especially PC. Like I can never figure out the mouse with the shooter. But back Call of Duty 4, that was my prime. I'll never get there again, I doubt. But I was actually good at Call of Duty. I don't remember what rank I got or how even the ranking system worked back then, but I played the daylights out of that game. And I think I bought every Call of Duty because it would always drop on my birthday, like right before. So I'd always ask for it on my birthday. All the way up until Black Ops 2. So World of War, Modern Warfare 2, Black Ops 1. Black Ops 2, I got it for my birthday, played it twice, and then I was like, you know what? I'm finally done with Call of Duty. No more. This is the same game. I mean, they added little things like that and the zombie mode. I'm just like, no, I've been playing the same freaking game for 6 years now. I'm done. So I got it, and that was the last Call of Duty. So I moved on to what I think is a superior shooter game, which was Battlefield. In my opinion, just because it was a lot more versatile, a lot more fun. I felt like it was a lot more realistic, and of course, it's a lot more fun that you can drive around a tank, planes. Just a lot more to do, and a lot of my friends moved to Battlefield as well. So we'd actually have Battlefield nights and do LAN parties. You know, we'd get 16 of us with all of our PS3s, and we would play Battlefield. And then in the midst of that, when we were tired of playing Battlefield till 2 a.m., we would actually pull out, I'm going to butcher the name because I can't ever remember the order, but I think it was Supersonic Rocket-Powered Acrobatic Race Cars, or Battle Cars, which is actually the beginnings of Rocket League, if you didn't know that. It was the original first game, and so we would play that in the midst of our Battlefield LAN parties. Obviously, back then, it was nothing like Rocket League, where people take it seriously and are actually trying and getting good. It was just complete chaos, just everyone trying to run towards the ball. But, you know, it was a lot of fun. So.
I only played Battlefield Bad Company. And
completely different. I never actually played that.
Get into it.
But yeah, from what I've seen, is completely, in my opinion, not even the same style.
That's what I've heard too.
Yeah.
So, but yep, COD for life, baby.
No, I don't think I'll ever play a COD game again. Besides, like if a friend has it, or, we're doing a game tournament. But
right.
Even on Steam, like some of the old Call of Duty games are like still like $40, $50. I'm like, no, I'm not paying for this.
Yep.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's awful.
So no more for me.
So you had a PS3.
PS3, and then right after that, because I think I have a couple more than you do. It was my next Nintendo system, the Wii U.
Yep.
And I bought the Wii U. This was when I was, I think, graduated. So this was my own money, my own decision. Bought off of Craigslist used.
Yep.
With Super Mario Bros. And my intent was, I still liked PS3 games, but I no longer really liked playing video games by myself as much. So I was like, I want to get a system that is more party oriented. You can have lots of people playing. So I was like, the Wii is really more oriented that where I feel like PS3 is like all single player, online, multiplayer. And so I got the Wii U, and overall, I think it was a pretty big letdown for everyone. But, there's still some really good memories. Still play Mario Kart 8 on it because I don't have it for the Switch yet. I'm not sure if I will ever buy the Switch version just because I don't want to drop $60 on a game that only has like a little bit more than the one I already have. But that was Super Mario Bros. And then I played with my wife Julia Super Mario Galaxy, which is not even a Wii U game. It's a
Wii U.
It's a Wii game, so that was pretty much all the games that I played on it, and it became currently, as I said in my last video, a console for watching Netflix.
Yep.
So there you go. That's what it is now to me.
I'm an avid Wii U supporter.
Okay.
I love the Wii U.
Really?
Yes.
That is a very unpopular opinion, I feel like.
It is. It definitely is. The biggest thing I love about it is that it is the best nostalgia machine maybe ever made.
For you specifically, or you?
I think ever. I not just me specifically, because
why is that?
In Nintendo realm, you can get all of the virtual console stuff. So you have like the original Nintendo, Super Nintendo, and 64, and then you can get like the Game Boy Advance games, and they started releasing Nintendo DS games at the end on the shop, and they were about to dive into GameCube Virtual Console, and then I think they released it. They were like, okay, we got to give up.
So you like the Wii U more, so your argument is because you could play all the old games that weren't Wii U games.
Right. Yeah, that's a good point. But
which isn't a bad thing.
I think there's some great games for the Wii U that got glanced over, and I think people are now buying them on the Switch.
Yeah, I was actually surprised because I just bought my Switch a little bit ago, and going through the list of games, it's like, wow, there's a lot of high-rated games, and then I go look at it closer, and I'm like, oh, a lot of these are Wii U games that
Wii U ports.
No one bought because no one liked the Wii U.
Yep.
Now they're all on Switch.
Mario Kart, even it seems like Super Smash Bros. Is a little bit more of a port than a new game.
The new Smash is coming out?
Yeah, on the Switch.
It's a port?
It's not technically a port, but it looks pretty similar to the Wii U one. It doesn't look like there's going to be a lot of new stuff added besides characters.
The spirits, man.
Yeah, the spirits are kind of cool. It's a new game.
Anyways, we can talk about that in the future.
Yeah, that's a big argument. But the Wii U has that awesome Mario Kart. I think the best Mario Kart ever.
Okay.
I think the Super Smash Bros. Is fantastic. Super Mario 3D World, the new Super Mario Bros. On there is a lot of fun. There's a lot of great stuff, and I think there is in Nintendo Land is really my biggest thing that I love about it, because I think that was really the only game that nailed the gamepad and the use of the gamepad. And I think that's the biggest thing people don't like about it is I don't want to have to use this big Fisher-Price toy.
It was not utilized well.
So it has tons of flaws. I am not in denial about that at all. But I love my Wii U, and a lot of people are probably going to get rid of theirs once Smash Bros. Comes out. I'm keeping mine because I love it.
I'm keeping mine. I got to watch Netflix or something, right?
Yeah, the Switch doesn't have Netflix yet.
No, it has YouTube now, though.
Oh, great. So, and Hulu.
And Hulu.
Yeah.
No Netflix. I don't know why.
Kill me.
Whatever.
It's the worst.
So was Wii your last one, or did you have another one?
Just
between that?
3DS. I played a little bit of the 3DS, and pretty much just for the Pokemon games. But pretty much Wii U was my big last one. That was my first console that I bought with my own money.
Nice. So we're same.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. But I think
Crazy.
I think I was 13, so
Right, so
I did a lot
yeah.
better than you did, I guess. The Switch, but the reason I was able to do it with my own money was because I think it was November, and so that it came out, and so I just used a bunch of Christmas money I got. So I kind of cheated.
Well,
the Switch, I actually got a job to buy the Switch.
Wow.
Because I was like, the Switch is coming out. I need a job.
You specifically went out to get a job.
That's why I worked at McDonald's for 3 weeks. No joke. Because I needed 300. Well,
no way.
I worked at McDonald's for 3 weeks. I got $500.
So 3 weeks in hell was worth it to you just to get the Nintendo Switch. That's saying a lot. I think Nintendo should clip this out and actually like post it to their social media.
I agree.
Because that's probably the strongest argument they'll ever have.
Yep. But 3 weeks of full-time work to get $500 to be able to buy a Switch and 2 games for it. So yeah, I did. That's all mine.
Wow. Okay. Well, I have one more before getting to the Switch. That's pretty obvious though, because I have a whole 1.5 channel of it, which is PC gaming.
Yep.
Even though I tried playing lots of PC games, and in my channel tried to review different games and get into all the research, and there's millions of games. I mean, there's so many games. It's ridiculous. But ultimately, I think, honestly, League of Legends probably, sadly, was still the biggest piece of that.
Yep.
And, I've been playing that for 5 or 6 years. Hardly any now, but that was the main driving force of my PC gaming.
Yep.
I tried to get into other stuff like Paladins, Fortnite. I got into Rocket League. That's probably the second biggest one, but it was really online multiplayer focused. I got really into trying to rank up in League and Rocket League, stuff like that. But I think I'm just kind of done trying to do the whole ranking up and acting like I'm still actually good at video games. I just realized, man, I don't have enough time for video games to be good at them.
Yep.
And so if my only main driving force is to be good at a video game and that's my fulfillment in it, that's why I think I actually really quit video gaming, because it was 6 months ago I dropped the channel. And from that point, I've probably played, maybe a couple days, maybe a little bit more of that. But really, I took a really long break from gaming until I discovered the Switch.
Yep.
Because now I can take it anywhere, and it's
Yep.
a lot more fitting to my schedule. But honestly, I wasn't impressed with the Switch at first. I was kind of hesitant. I was like, yeah, Zelda's cool, but, you had 1-2 Switch, and I was like, man, if this game costs $60 on the Nintendo Switch, then what doesn't cost $60 on the Nintendo Switch? I don't really want to fork out all this money on these games, but I have it now. I went for it. I had to try something because I wasn't playing video games at all.
Yep.
And of course, Super Mario Odyssey, Zelda. How do you beat that?
Yep.
Definitely, probably favorite games of all time. At least top 10. I don't know favorite of all time, but top 10 list.
I would say besides Mario Kart, because Mario Kart's but it's like my addictive game that I've always played. My favorite game of all time, I'd probably say, is Super Mario Odyssey.
Yeah.
So
I'm still working with Julia to get all the Power Moons. We beat it.
You beat it, okay.
We beat it, but definitely have not gotten all the Power Moons.
Yeah. It's impossible.
There's so many. It's
crazy.
Ridiculous.
I think there's like 800 something in the game.
I think we are at like 400.
Oh, wow, okay.
And
nice.
we need another 100 to even just unlock the next world. So, yeah, it doesn't surprise me that there's 800 or even more than that.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Who knows?
And I should clarify too. I do some PC gaming. I even though I got my Macintosh right here, I do have a PC, and that's what I meant by play Black Ops 4, play Overwatch. That's pretty much what I'm doing when I'm only using my PC for that.
Yeah.
I don't have I have a PS4. Actually, my brother has a PS4. I've never really played it. Never really got into it.
Yeah.
I guess I've thought about an Xbox One, but PC really is what I'm gonna go to if I'm not playing my Switch.
I feel like that's a future podcast, but
Yeah.
I would agree with that. And I've said this in my last video, is that with the Nintendo Switch and the PC, it's like, what else do I need?
Yeah, it's an awesome.
I mean, there's like a few exclusives that the
Red Dead.
Xbox or
Red Dead
PlayStation might
Redemption.
have, but
Yep.
I don't feel any need
Nope.
to go drop another couple $100 on a new system.
Yep. For sure.
It's just not worth it to me. But
Yeah.
well, should we call it good? I think that was most of our history. I had a few others on there, but overall, I think they got a good idea of where we're coming from as gamers, and I'm gonna lean on to some of your opinions in these future podcasts and videos because you have a lot more Nintendo background than I do.
Sure.
Which is good.
Yep.
But I'm leaning heavily towards them right now. So
Yeah. They're in control.
With it.
They're winning.
I
They're
don't,
doing good
I don't
stuff.
know about that, but they're definitely a lot more successful than they were 2 years ago.
Indeed.
So
Yeah. I'm excited. I'm excited to have my reviews up, have my opinions up, be talking with you a lot more.
Yep.
So I hope that your fan base that decides to stay welcomes me in. That'd be nice.
I think they will.
Okay.
I have faith in them.
If not, you guys are the worst. If so, thank you. Glad to be a part of this.
Yes.
So, I'm excited. And
Yeah, I'm excited as well. Thank you guys for listening, especially if you made it through this whole one. We're probably not going to do as long in the future ones, so don't worry too much. It won't be 45 minutes every single time. But if you did make it all the way through, you guys are amazing. Thank you guys for listening. Tell us maybe even some of your history if you want to drop it in the comments. We're always interested to learn about you guys as well. So that's a wrap.
All right. There you go.